Could be a busy few days for companies that clean up flooded basements.
Pete Zervakis continues our coverage. He's live in Brookfield with that story. Pete.
Well, Charles and Carol, for some area companies like the one you mentioned, a wet and sloppy weekend means extra business. For other ones, it means they can't work at all.
Pretty much I have almost perfect conditions to do concrete the right way.
That's why Jeff Kane's company won't be working on any concrete projects like this one in the coming days. He says newly poured concrete absorbs the rain. That weakens it before it dries.
Oh, we probably got about a dozen jobs right now or so to get going on here for the summer season.
But for Restoration 1, calls for water damage cleanup are frequent during rainstorms. Owner Dave Mihalski says homeowners hoping to avoid a flooded basement should make sure sump pumps are working and even consider battery backup to keep them running during a power outage.
A good number of the jobs that we have are because the sump pump either failed or there was no power.
He says it's also important to keep gutters clear.
You don't want to have anything that's water running over your gutters.
And position downspouts like these 6 feet from your home. That keeps rainwater flowing away from your house's foundation. Make sure to be aware of cracks or dents that can throw off the process.
Now, if you do get any flooding inside of your home, get it cleaned up immediately because that can start to mold between 7 and 11 days from the time the water enters your house. Live in Brookfield, Pete Zervakis, today's TMJ4.
All right, good information. Thanks, Pete. The approaching storm is taking a toll on prom night in Green Bay. The school district is starting festivities earlier there. It's also postponing after prom events. And here's what's coming to northern parts of Wisconsin. The storm system bringing blizzard conditions to western South Dakota today. Many schools closed, and so is a major interstate. Stay up to date on the forecast while on the go. Just download our Storm Shield app for your phone for all your weather needs.
More local news now. Milwaukee Public Schools has named an interim superintendent. He is Keith Posley, who will begin his new post on May 21st. Posley currently serves as a chief school administration officer. He's going to take over for Darianne Driver, who just announced her resignation. Now, a statement on Posley's appointment from the Milwaukee Teachers Education Association reads in part, "We welcome change in MPS administration because this budget shows that Dr. Driver was operating from a mindset of despair. We need leadership from the administration and our school board that will inspire aspiration and hope."
Assembly Speaker Robin Vos says he will not run for Wisconsin's 1st district congressional seat. Vos joins former White House Chief of Staff Reince Priebus and a handful of Wisconsin state lawmakers in declining to enter the race to replace retiring House Speaker Paul Ryan. And before the race to succeed him as Speaker even officially gets underway, Ryan endorsed California Republican Kevin McCarthy. It came during an exclusive interview with NBC's Chuck Todd.
Do you have a preference, Kevin McCarthy?
Yeah, I think Kevin, look, I think we all believe that Kevin is the right person
to be the next leader.
Yeah, we all think that Kevin is the right person.
You say we all, are you speaking?
Our leadership team, I'm saying. I'm not saying every single person in Congress.
So Steve Scalise, it's your understanding that he believes that Kevin McCarthy should be the heir apparent, whether it's leader or speaker.
That's right. That's right. Well, I fully anticipate handing the gavel over to the next speaker of the House.
And you believe that's going to be
after this term. And I think Kevin's the right guy to step up.
You can see Chuck Todd's exclusive interview with Speaker Ryan on Meet the Press. That's this Sunday at 8 a.m. right here on today's TMJ4.
Huey Lewis has canceled all future shows, including his performance at the Wisconsin State Fair. Now, this news comes as the rock star deals with a sudden loss of hearing. Doctors say Lewis is suffering from Meniere's disease and should refrain from performing until he improves. Lewis is hoping he will be able to perform once again one day soon. Well, America's ambassador to the UN slams Russia during an emergency meeting. We're going to have that story just ahead.
And this was no laughing matter, the accident that landed actor Will Ferrell in the hospital.
More news now on Live at 5. Actor Will Ferrell recovering after being involved in a serious rollover crash. This all happened near L.A. last night. Farrell's SUV was hit by another car. It flipped over. Will Farrell was treated on the scene by paramedics for minor injuries before he was taken to the hospital. Bill Cosby's main accuser took the stand in his sex assault retrial today. Andrea Cornstan told jurors Cosby knocked her out with 3 blue pills, then sexually assaulted her at his Philadelphia home back in 2004. The defense team calls her a, quote, con artist who framed Cosby for money. Cornstan, though, says she has nothing to gain financially by wanting him locked up.
President Trump has not yet made a decision about possible actions in Syria. That's what U.S. Ambassador Nikki Haley told an emergency meeting of the UN Security Council today. Haley said the U.S., U.K. and France have all determined that chemical weapons were used in that attack in Syria that left scores dead. She also blamed Russia for complicity.
It is Russia alone that has stopped at nothing to defend the Syrian regime's multiple uses of chemical weapons.
Russia's ambassador today claimed that the attack was faked by foreign intelligence services.
2 teens and an 8-year-old girl speaking out after video of a traffic stop goes viral.
Katie in the newsroom with the story new at 6.
Yeah, Carol and Charles, their parents call it controversial. Tonight, see the video. Plus, these sisters talk about that night and what they want done from now on. That's coming up new on Live at 6.
Okay, we'll see you then. Thank you very much, Katie.
Brian Goddard's busy updating the storm team forecast. He'll be back with an update.
Also, helping kids find discipline through drumming, one man's love to help kids grow. It's a story that's positively Milwaukee.
Welcome back to Live at 5. You're looking live at I-43. It looks like a little break in the action there. Not too bad right now, but it has been a soggy scene most of the day in the storm chaser. Brian Goddard's storm team forecast just moments away.
Well, keeping kids so busy they're too tired to fight or steal a car. That is the mission of a Milwaukee man. He leads a popular Milwaukee drumline that's getting ready for local shows, and his work is positively Milwaukee. Pulsating sounds from the Redeemed Faith Fellowship Church at 33rd and Lloyd in Milwaukee. The Nephi Neff Marching Knights drumline is hard at work practicing. It all starts with a positive poem.
Practice, practice, practice. Good, better, best. Until my good is better, until my bad is best, sir.
In life, if you want the kids to learn to be great, first give them giants to walk in the footsteps.
At the helm of these dynamic drummers, 40-year-old Anthony Hibbler, a father of 3. He believes life is a battle we can't win alone.
Our mission for being here, our purpose, should always tie into God. When we start making purposes on our own, it becomes self and selfishness.
Hibbler has many talents. He's a former teacher, police officer, and even served in the Marine Corps. He admits a higher power called him to shape young lives.
That I prayed for wisdom before I prayed for money.
Students must embrace discipline.
I say excuses are unacceptable.
Nephi Neff is a staple at Summerfest. Among the members, Anthony's own kids, even his mom and several relatives. 21-year-old Josiah Young is Anthony's brother, and he explodes with talent. Check out Anthony's 4-year-old son, Deuce.
Drumsticks.
Deuce is already showing percussive promise.
My son is 4 years old. He doesn't take no for an answer. So if I'm going to do my show now, that he's able to hit a drum, then I have to have him some sticks and a drum ready.
Hibbler says in the last decade, they probably reached around 1,400 kids through Nephi Neff.
The reward is when you see them doing well in life, whether it's going to college. I tell them all the time, if you have an extra ticket and you want to invite an old man like me, by all means do so. If they leave here and they never play a drum again, they apply it to basketball, they apply it to construction work, they apply it to nursing, they apply it to whatever else they do in life. Apply the discipline part, we're good.
Anthony Hibbler has found his life purpose, using the rhythm of life to help kids flourish.
When I see young people who I had a privilege to touch their lives, it touches my heart. Dismissed. Thank you.
Oh, you gotta love him. Now, students pay a one-time fee of $100, and the group mainly on all donations. Really, everything is donated. So if you'd like to help, you can go to our website. We do have a link to their Facebook page on our website. But Anthony does so much. He writes, he dances, and he teaches part-time. He, to me, is just like a Renaissance man.
Yeah, love to be around him, having fun. And his 4-year-old son?
I know. Can you believe it? Unbelievable.
Yeah,
already talented.
Okay, a lot to get to, though, in the Weather Center.
And Brian Goddard has a lot to tell us about. He's got the very latest on our Storm Team forecast. And Anthony said to tell you, hi, Brian.
He also said he's mad at me, I know. Anthony, my friend, I miss you. Can't wait to see you at Summerfest. I know I haven't been to drum lessons. I know. Your 4-year-old son's showing me up. I'll be out there. All right, the weather. Oh, man, look at this. It has been dreary all day. We had some severe weather earlier this morning, mainly to the north with some large hail, and they were shoveling it and plowing it off the streets in our northern counties. Waukesha right now, 36 degrees. It's cold. Northeast winds anywhere from 15 to 25. 38 in Milwaukee, 42 in Burlington and Lake Geneva. So we actually have a couple of warmer spots, and that's about as warm as they're going to get the rest of the weekend. The wind has picked up substantially over the last couple hours, and it will continue to anywhere from 20 to almost 40 miles per hour at this hour. And we have a wind advisory that goes into effect overnight tonight throughout the day tomorrow until 7 p.m. tomorrow for gusts of 50 or higher for the entire area. The rain, the sleet will be blowing sideways tomorrow and will be painful. At least we're getting a little bit of a break from the rain right now. It will come in waves, and the next one will be here later this evening. And it's all because of this huge, massive, powerful storm system off to the west of us. Blizzard conditions now from western Minnesota through South Dakota, Nebraska, and into Kansas. Severe weather out ahead of it. We should not see any more severe weather here overnight tonight, but there will be heavy rain. It will be loud, and it will be rumbles of thunder as well. Everywhere in red, blizzard warnings. The area in pink, western Wisconsin to the Twin Cities, winter storm warning for a foot or more of snow. So here's the timeline for us. Tonight, we're getting a break now, but more rain coming. Downpours with 1 to 2 inches of rain. 40-mile-per-hour winds and increasing. Saturday, rain, sleet, snow. The snow will start to develop later in the afternoon. Winds 50 miles per hour. Then tomorrow night, rain and snow and even some freezing rain away from the city, inland and to the north. There will be some slippery spots on those county roads, the bridges, overpasses. Watch out for that. And it will continue this wintry mix Saturday night into Sunday, then becoming snow showers in the afternoon. 1 to 2 inches of heavy wet snow here in Milwaukee. 4 to 6 places like Sheboygan, Fond du Lac, over towards Green Lake, and maybe as far south as Dodge and Washington counties. We have to watch it carefully because the temperature dangerously close to that freezing mark. So any drop by a degree or two, this heavy rain, which we are expecting about 2 to 3 inches of rain out of this, could change over to a lot more snow. Here's the winter weather advisory for tomorrow morning through Sunday midnight. This is going to go through the entire weekend. Anywhere you see in purple, it does not include Milwaukee to Kenosha to Lake Geneva as of right now. But stay tuned. We are going to get a lot of rain by tomorrow morning, at least 1.25 inches.